Look around you. This isn't just a team. This is your family. We don't play for ourselves. We play for the man next to us. Every tackle, every pass, every moment. We do it for them. We are bound by sweat, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of being better than we were yesterday. Look across the field at those disgusting Warhawks. Men, we will, nay, we must, defeat this evil empire today. For our honor, for our legacy, for our chance at a Sunbelt championship. Go out there and play for your brothers. Make all the Ragin Cajuns fans proud today. Godspeed and good luck. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Tony Sports Games. The unmistakable tones of a pregame speech that may very well go down in Ragin Cajuns history. Of course, we are here in Week 14, Rivalry Week for us. Comes a week early. And in our final game of the regular season, we are at home, and we are playing against the dreaded, hated ULM Warhawks. The tale of the tape, we're 6-5, bowl eligible for the first time in our short 2-year history, with our season on a bit of an upswing here to end the season. Facing off against the 8-2 ULM Warhawks. I hate even saying it, so disgusting, so vile. We really despise them. They're 6-1 in the conference. We're 5-2. With a victory today, we do indeed have a chance to make it to the Sunbelt Championship game. As you can see, we're loaded up. We're ready to go. And I'm really excited to see if we can get this one done. Now, as we get going here in this game, a couple things to keep an eye on. Our offensive strategy remains much the same. We're getting our running game rolling a little bit better and a little bit better as the season goes along. As for ULM, I'm definitely more concerned about their passing game. They have some good production there. But our passing defense has been pretty stout, especially through the back half of the season here. Turns out not playing LSU and Tulane is really good for your defensive stats. So playing against Sunbelt teams goes a little better. We're a little banged up in the secondary. I'm not exactly sure which corners are going to be playing. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go along. I think all three of our top corners, Herman Paul, Robert Markham, and Ronald Parker, are all questionable, probable, some mix of that. So we'll see, how many of our starters are in on defense. Most of the rest of the guys should be ready to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed that inspiring pregame speech. And let's kick this off. I don't think we'll necessarily watch every single play, but as we go along, I'll try to switch back and forth between commentating and maybe talking a little. If we see some evidences of our strategy pop up, we may be able to kind of chime in here. But it's a big game for us. If we win this one, I'm not sure how the tiebreakers will work out, but we're going to have a chance to go to the conference championship game. So away we go. Looks like we're going to kick it off first. So ULM's going to start out with the ball, and we'll see where they start here. I'm going to actually slow this down, I think. All right, so they're going to start with a run. We are blitzing. Get that covered up. Oh, it's a fumble! Fumble on the first play. ULM fumbles it, tackled by Lewis Johnson there. our freshman strong safety, number 6. Wow, we forced a fumble just to start out. So already a great turn of events. So we are going to have the ball in great field position here. Start out with a run to the left. Not a whole lot doing. Run into the blitz. They're blitzing again on second down. Looks like Enriquez gets it out quick over to 85. That's Donald McLean. So it's third and manageable. That was good by Greg Enriquez to get rid of the ball quickly. Skinny post. This is kind of a... okay, that was quite a risk. Now, I'm going to interrupt here a little bit. One thing with this game, if you've played it for a long time, you know what I'm talking about. But it's gotten a bit better over time. But the bubbles here, there sometimes is some question about, is the positioning of these bubbles and the way they're moving actually what the players are doing, or is it kind of misrepresenting? In some cases, I think that can be the case. If you watch this play right here, what it looks like, I think this was a very off-target throw. Enriquez drops back. If you see, he throws it basically right to 55. So that play did not work out. We're probably pretty fortunate that one didn't get picked off. I have noticed definitely on a lot of passes that do get intercepted, it presents like that as far as the bubbles, where they throw it and it's clearly just a very, very off-target pass. One other thing I would like to point out, and this is kind of a long-running issue I have with this game. I'll be able to point it out a little bit more accurately when we have the ball, but let's take a look at the defensive alignment here. So as you can see up here in the top where the last play called, we have called a shotgun play. So we have, this is Deloach, our number 1 receiver here. 85 is that Justice? No, that's McLean. And then I think 83 is Justice, and he's in the slot. Now, to match up against a 3 wide receiver set, the defense has called 3-3-5, which is a fine call. But if you look right here, this has been an issue for a long time. Now, one of these, and this is a weird one, I guess it's 3-3-5 soft. So either 38 or 97, I'm not sure which, we'll have to pay attention as we go along here, is the nickelback, the third corner or safety or whatever. Now, I think they should be lined up over the slot receiver. The whole point of calling this formation against a 3 wide receiver set is so you bring in an extra defensive back to line up against the 3rd wide receiver. But this game always lines up the slot receiver to the quarterback's left, and the defensive alignment, I think, needs to be flipped. And I've mentioned this a couple times. Hopefully someday it will get fixed. Now, the game does work, so maybe it's not the highest priority, because you would think every 3 wide receiver set, you could just flip it out to the slot receiver and they'd be wide open, because they appear to be wide open. So I don't know if he's actually as wide open as it looks. Maybe the free safety, or I think this is actually the strong safety. I don't know. I'll have to look when we're on defense. But long term, I would like to get this fixed. Now, this is not as easy a fix as a little visual bug with the depth charts or whatever. But I would like to see, your extra corners definitely lined up over the nickelback. And then also, I think the safeties in a lot of cases need to be flipped too, because when I've observed this before, and I'll see it better when we're on defense, but I think the strong safety should be shading over the tight end. That's how I would, maybe not 100% of the time. I know some teams flip their safeties around, but definitely this nickel corner, I hope someday we have this alignment fixed where he's actually matching up against the 3rd wide receiver. I don't necessarily want my 3rd corner lining up against a pass-catching tight end. That's what really I'd rather have my safety or an outside linebacker, or if you're in dime, you can bring in another corner or safety or whatever. But anyway, just a little quibble I have, long-standing issue with alignment. Anyway, On third and short, we try to go to the air, an aggressive call, skinny posts. They have a soft zone called against it, and we don't get the completion. However, it looks like we make a field goal. So just a couple minutes into the game, a minute and a half into the game, Ragin' Cajuns strike first. We're up 3-0. I'm probably not going to commentate every single play of this game. Here, let's take a look at our alignment here on this play. Okay. Well, they're in 2 tight ends, so it's not a 3 wide receiver set. I'll pause it in a second here. I'm probably not going to call every single play. Also, we were in nickel on first down. Huh. I didn't know. I thought I was always 3-3-5 on first downs. I don't know. I might have changed something, but we're nickel again. Oof. Give up a big run there. So wishbone into kind of a nickel off. And we kind of get shredded on that one. He easily gets the outside. And here we're in nickel again. It is a zone blitz, and we get the stop for a short gain. Anyway, by the time I edit this, I don't know if you guys are going to hear every single call the whole game. I think I may jump in and out here a little bit. But interesting enough, no 3-3-5 to be seen so far. We've been a nickel every single play. Give up a long pass. Okay, this is one thing about ULM. They love to throw it to the fullback. And as you can see, fullback is number 34 there, Rashad Ruby. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, one thing I was not a fan of with their offense is this. They love to run this end-around right play. And as you can see, it's just not a very good play. I guess now we're going to the next play. It takes a very long time to develop. They hand it off to him like here, and he has to work his way all the way around. It just usually doesn't work. But so the defense gets a stop, forces a punt. If they had a really good field goal kicker, we could be looking at a tie game. But instead, it's a net 13-yard punt. So we'll take that all day. Now this, I'm going to do a little analysis as we go along here. So right here, I think this play should have worked out a little better. As you can see, we're running wishbone off tackle left. Also, I would rather the ball go to, we have 2 fullbacks in here. Do we have a running back injury? I'm not sure. We have Leach and the 2 fullbacks in. Elliott and Levy, neither one of them anywhere to be found. Not sure what's up with that. Maybe one of them was questionable coming into this game. But anyway, you can see we're running it to the left, and they're in 4-3 over. Over is their shading over to this side. So you can see all 3 of their linebackers are shading over to the defense's left, but our right. So I would have thought this would be a pretty good play call into this. Maybe it would have worked out better if we give the ball to number 40 here instead of the 41. As you can see, Leach does absolutely nothing here, but we have a numbers advantage going to this left-hand side. I would think this play could work out pretty well, but as you can see, I think 41, which is David. David gets the carry, and it looks like he just runs directly into the defensive end. Okay, so we had someone to block him. I suppose that's whoever our left tackle is on that side. So 71 is blocked initially by our offensive lineman 72, but he doesn't get a very good block off. It looks like if you see 71 here, yeah. So whoever 72 is just not able to hold the block, and we get tackled for 0 yards. Sorry for taking so long on that play, but I just wanted to break a few things down here. So here we have the pistol option, and yeah, I gotta say, I wanted to run a couple read option plays just because I like the idea of either Levy or Edwards, our running quarterback. Like they should be our 2 best runners, 2 fastest runners. But one issue with running out of the pistol, this is a long-standing issue in this game, Look how far back here he gets the ball. He is a full... I know the pistol lines up a little deeper than shotgun. He is a full 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And then after he gets the ball, look how long it takes him to start running towards the... I mean, good grief. So yeah, those plays, they don't always work the best. There's some issues with that one. But so Gary Jung, 2 tackles to start here. Now we're going for a running back post. Looks like 85. That's Justice. Or no, McLean. 85 is McLean. Wide open on that play. So they were in a blitz here. Let's look at that one again. So they're in a 3-4 blitz. We totally catch them off guard. Now we're moving ahead. Nice run by Elliott on first down, off tackle left, 9 yards. Second and short, what's the call going to be here? So they're going to blitz again. We're going to hit running back screen. This could be good. No, looks like it's incomplete. There definitely was an opportunity there, but we're unable to get it done. Then what happened? Did we punt? See, this is an issue with pausing too much. I think the game gets a little confused. Okay, so we punt. We punt on 4th and inches. See what the defense can do here. They try a draw into 3-3-5. See, that's 2 tight end jumbo. Now we have nickel wide. They try the end around right again. Of course, that doesn't work very well. And they ran it again on 3rd down, it looks like. Very questionable play calling, but... Oh, we've got some issues here. So we're going to have to get caught up a little bit because I've been fiddling around with this too much. So great defensive series. You know, we punt on 4th and inches, but we pin them 3 and out. Or I guess they got the 1 first down. But now they have a good punt in return. So we are kind of backed up here. A lot of first down kind of off tackle plays. That was a really good one. Into the nickel wide blitz. Depending on the penalties. Now it's holding on us. That's too bad. So it's going to be 1st and 20 now. And, okay, it's going to be an off tackle run by Levy. Just gets a couple. About 3. We call it 3, 4. 2nd and 16. We're probably going to pass here. Yeah, they're going to blitz, and we're going to try to pass. Yeah, they get right through. Enriquez gets sacked. Good blitz by ULM. Now it's 3rd and forever. And what are we going to do? Are we going to play it conservative? No, we're going to go for it. Wide receiver post. Watch Deloach, top of the screen. We don't get it to him. We go to the tight end, Norman. It looks like that was quite an off-target pass, but Norman brought it in. Oh, and we get an unnecessary roughness on ULM. That's a first down. We had no hope of converting that. So that's great. So we're going to start with the wishbone left. The play that got stuffed earlier, this time it goes for a nice gain. Difference is Levy was carrying that time instead of our second fullback, so that works out. Now a little QB run game here. Not too bad. Gary Jung, number 71, looked like he could have been in a lot better position to break this play up. He appears to be unblocked. He just doesn't do anything. So, I mean, I guess we'll take it. So this is a good drive now. We're back on their side of the field. First quarter is going to come to an end here pretty quick. Another QB run. Blocked up pretty decently. That's a nice run by Edwards, 6 yards. It's possible Richard Edwards heard the rumblings that we might switch him to receiver. Maybe he wants to be a quarterback, so he's like, no, I can do it. That's a penalty on ULM. So it's 1st and 10. We're going to run into the blitz, and really a pretty good result there. Another quarterback run. Edwards getting his number called quite a bit here. 2nd and very short. Good opportunity to pass, maybe? No, we're going to run it. Off tackle left. I'd say they were in a pretty good position to defend it, but we get somebody on Jung, running to the left side a lot so far. 71's the one we got to block. And we scored a touchdown. How did we score a touchdown? We score on... Oh, did we throw it? Tight end drag. Ooh, touchdown, 87. That is... Oh, that's Hugo Felder. So that is our freshman tight end, another converted receiver. Felder is the one we had the red shirt on until Cook got hurt. And we pulled the red shirt off him, but hey, he catches the touchdown, so great. So 10-0 Cajuns, kind of early in the second quarter. So far, so good. So far, so good. It must have been the pregame speech that the coach gave that really inspired the troops. Okay, here's a good example of what I was talking about. So before this play, we have a 3 wide receiver set for ULM. 34 here, this is their tight end, not a receiver or running back. Weird number, but it's a tight end. We have receiver number 15, receiver number 18. 82 is the slot receiver. And as you can see, we're lined up in 3-3-5. This guy right here, number 3, this is Eric Carrico, and he's our nickelback in look at this defensive back. Every time I do it. Thank you, Nickelback, for the all-time classic. Anyway, as I said before, I think he should be lined up over the slot receiver. I just go on like I just do the worst Nickelback impersonation ever. Sorry, everyone. I've been listening to too many podcasts this week where guys do impressions, and it's inspired me, unfortunately, for all of you. Maybe we'll cut that part out. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, number 3, Carrico, is the nickelback. I would rather have him lined up over the slot receiver, of course. And then I guess the argument about the safeties, it could depend on who you ask. But number 5, Longo, is the free safety. 6, this is Lewis Johnson. So I don't think they need to be flipped. I would rather have Lewis Johnson over the tight end, but I would have, I would like Johnson or 51. One of these guys should be responsible for this tight end. The way the defense lines up in this game, I mean, we have 3 extra guys to the offense's right, or 2 extra, because we need someone to account for the tight end. But look at, and I don't know, if this is exactly accurate. Number 50 is our outside linebacker, Harry Hughes. But so at the snap of the ball, who's responsible for the slot receiver? I know if we're in zone, obviously we're going to end up in zone, but is he actually here? Is the game misrepresenting it? Is my safety actually all the way up here? I don't want my free safety all the way up here pre-snap. Or is he actually over here in Narnia? Because no one is even close to this guy. So, and we have 2 extra bodies here. Really, I would like 51 to be about here. That's fine in the base defense. And I'm okay with Lewis Johnson being here because he kind of should probably shade this side of the formation. But this guy needs to be out of here. He needs to be over here so that your free safety can stay kind of playing deep. At the snap, you're just pulling one or both of these guys way out of position. So I'm not a fan of that. I hope long-term that gets fixed. That's the last time I'll bring it up. I just wanted to show it actually on the field as it happens. As you can see, Carrico is the one that ends up on the tight end. This linebacker runs all the way out here to the receiver who's already covered. Now, if the safety is shading over here, fine, but your outside linebacker is kind of he's just running away from the play. I don't love that defensive alignment there. Now, unfortunately for ULM, they keep trying to run this end around right play, and it's not any good, but they're not going to stop. That time, I don't know if we got a little pressure, but Phelan gets rid of it way too soon. Incomplete. Going to be 4th and long. They're going to have to punt it again. So far, looking pretty good for our Cajuns here. It's not a great punt. Excellent field position. Let's see if we can score again here in the second quarter. Go up by potentially 3 scores. That would be huge. Hey, this is looking great so far, guys. 10-0 on ULM, who's had a good season, but we've had a strong second half of the season, so this is looking great. Third and short. Oh, that was a nice catch by Randy Norman. Um, he's been really good for us this year. He did not look open, but of course Enriquez looks like he placed the ball to the inside. Norman made a great play on the ball. That was a great third down conversion. Oh, and we fumbled. We have fumbled. Oh, Cervantes recovered it. Thank goodness. The left tackle or right tackle. Great job. Great job, Cervantes. We forgive you for the 3 sacks you've given up this year. Now this is looking... Greg, run! Okay. Greg does not run. He... Okay, well, so we get sacked. And he fumbled, but he got it back. So, whatever, fine. We're still kind of in scoring position. It'd be nice if we could just... Oh! Nice. So we go over the top to Deloach. That was a nice play. Cervantes injured. That's unfortunate. Now we got to come away with points, surely. Hopefully a touchdown, but we'll see. So we're going to open up with a counter right. Now, Levy is... I thought that's where the fullback lined up in Wishbone. I'm going to have to look closer at how Wishbone lines up. Nice. A little 5 wide. Little pass to the tight end. We are on the doorstep here. Third and... What is it going to be? 3rd and 1. We're going to run it. Right up the gut. Ooh, I can't tell if we got it. It's very, very close. Elliott picks up the first down. So 1st and goal from the 1. Surely we can punch this in. We're going to start with the option. And Edwards just keeps it. Runs it in. Touchdown Cajuns. 16-0 with the extra point. We're going to make it 17-0 on ULM here. If you look at the team stats here on the right, 19 rushes for 89 yards. 8 completions for 84 yards. So we're really rolling along here pretty well. ULM offense really struggling. If they either get past midfield or, 3rd down punt, I'll jump in here, but we're going to kind of move through their Oh, dear. Okay. Okay, guys, they got to midfield. Ruby. So another pass to the fullback there. They get us with that one. Interesting, their fullback is in on 5 wide. Not sure if he was lined up. I think he was lined up as the tight end. Yeah. So he's really a weapon for them. And now ULM's comfortably over midfield. So a couple big passes by ULM. I mean, it'd be huge if we could not give up any points before the first half is over, but let's see. But ULM looks like their offense is waking up here. So they're not quite in the red zone yet, but it's looking like they're getting close. Of course, this jet sweep play a little better, in my opinion, than end around, but still not great. So that one doesn't work out for them. Great. 2nd and 7. We got a running back screen. Let's see if that's complete. Oh, it is. Nice. Just kind of dropped it over the end there. 3rd and short. This is a big play. This is a money play right here. What's it going to be, boys? What's it going to be? Bubble screen. We're blitzing. 5-2 blitz. Can we get pressure? Nope. Phelan gets it out quick. Smith wins on the route against Herman Paul, so it's a 1st down. This is danger zone. Looks like ULM might be able to punch this one in. Let's see. So Herman Paul makes a nice play on 1st and 10. 2nd and 10, they go quick screen. Oh, it's wide open. And it's going to be 1st and goal on the, 3-yard line? 4-yard line, 3-yard line? I don't know. A field goal would be nice, but not looking good. And we played nickel off again. This is way too close to be playing that. And it's a touchdown. So Earl Smith with a couple big catches on that drive, working against our 5-star turn 3-star Herman Paul, who's been our best corner on the year. So ULM, the shutouts lost before the end of the first half here. ULM scores. Now we're still in pretty good position to take a nice lead into halftime. So let's see what we can do here on this drive. I wouldn't mind us just taking this one into halftime. Let's see what we decide to do. So it's a run on first down. Oh, it's a nice run. Yeah, we blocked that one up really well. Salgado with a pancake. Our fullback Clinton with a pancake. Oh, yeah, that was nice. 17-yard run on first down. Now maybe we can speed this up a little. This changes things. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go back to the run. I mean, honestly, blocked that one up pretty well, too. I would like to see us get in scoring position here. Maybe some pass. Guys, can we pass? Okay, we're going to try to pass here. Gets it out quick to DeLoach. It's incomplete. Probably not the end of the world, as that's going to stop the clock. I mean, it's going to be third and medium, maybe a 2 tight end. Oh, no. Fullback dive. Ugh. Yeah, not my favorite play call there. So we don't pick up the first. We take only about half the time that was left off the clock, unfortunately. So we punt. Is it a touchback? It looks like a good punt. Oh, it's a touchback. That looked like we might have downed that, but so now we just need to hold them out until halftime. We'd really like to get to halftime here, not giving up any more points. They have less than a minute to go down the field. I'm not sure if they've started using timeouts. It doesn't really say. So they're going to pass here. That's a first down. They might actually have enough time to get down the field here. We need a sack or something. Absolutely no pressure thus far being put on Phelan. There, you see there, it really bites us. So we have both. That was a great example of the problems with the alignment, as I've talked about. So we're in nickel, not 3-5, but we've got Herman Paul out here. He is completely on an island, nowhere close to anyone. Yeah, that could be a totally different result if the nickel is lined up on the correct side of the field. But anyway, so it looks like they get a field goal before halftime. And we should just go to half here. Let's just go to half here. When we try to pass on first down, let's just go to half here. Come on. We're going to pass again. Not sure about this. Ooh, we go over the top to DeLoach. Run, you rat. Run. He's tackled. That's going to be halftime. Blast. A 52-yard pass will look nice in the box score, but it kind of gets wasted. Because it's at the buzzer of the end of the first half. That's too bad. I'm going to try not to pause it anymore because I'm getting... You don't have to pause it much before it starts being a little glitchy. Okay. So, that's halftime. We're up 10-17. We were up 17-0. Allow a little run there to end the first half. What we're going to do for the second half here, because I don't want this to take too long. DeLoach having a great game so far, by the way. Third down, red zone, scoring plays. That's what we're going to do for the second half, so we can get this game moving along. But so far, so good. We're doing all right. So I will pop in. This is going to be a third down, so we'll stay right here for this one. Oh, no, it's a first down. Okay. We'll be back on third down or red zone or scoring plays. Okay, it's going to be third down on... Oh, no, there's a penalty. Never mind. Okay, so after a ULM penalty, we've got the ball inside the 10. It's going to be second and... What happened? Hold on. I can't... This is... Okay. 1st and 10 on the 11. Short run gets us inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and about 9 or 8 maybe. 2nd and 7. QB option. Edwards. Oh, he pitches it. Clever little option there. Touchdown Cajuns. Touchdown Cajuns. Option smash right. I like how that presented. Sometimes the option in this game, the QB runs wide, and then when he pitches it, he throws it like back inside to the running back who's usually being swamped by defenders anyway. But that one, that's how you like to see that. The quarterback takes it kind of shallower, pitches it out wider to the running back, takes it in. That's a touchdown for the Cajuns, and it is 24-10 early in the third quarter. We lead. Okay, 3rd and 5 for ULM. Ooh, they do convert it. We're going to take a look at the end of the game. That battle between Earl Smith and Herman Paul has been pretty interesting. Of course, Smith has 6 catches for whatever it was, 59 yards and a touchdown. So I'd say he's getting the better of Herman overall. But Herman Paul's made a couple plays too. I think Lionel Daniels was the receiver that we put the pregame focus on. And, of course, as soon as I mention it, there he gets another catch. So he's up to 2 catches. Not the end of the world. Overall, the one issue I have right now as ULM approaches the red zone here. Whoa. That... Oh, Herman Paul broke it up, even though his bubble's here and Earl Smith's down here. So that was a weird bubble presentation issue. But anyway, yeah, one of the issues with our defense, which has been, pretty okay in Sunbelt play, but as you guys can tell, we get very, very little pressure on the opposing quarterbacks, which we're hoping these new recruits are going to help out with. But okay, so we're getting shredded by Rashad Ruby, the fullback. He's got 4 catches for 60 yards, 59 yards. And a 24-10 lead may be slipping away here. Can we make a play on this? Yeah. Hughes tackles him, but on the 1. ULM threatening here. Get him. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Now after this drive, I'd say Earl Smith is definitely getting the better of Herman Paul. But Herman Paul's a freshman. Okay, he can improve. All right. So ULM won't go away. They score with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter to make it 17-24. So 1-score game again. Offense for us been humming along okay. I'd say since the last 4 or 5 minutes of the second quarter, the ULM offense has really found their footing. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do here. I like that. That's a nice way to start the drive. Nice counter. Kind of some power running into the 3-3-5. It works out pretty well. I mean, it has felt like the Cajuns have had the control of the game for the most part, but good pump by Fernandez there. We are in danger of this being a tie game. Appreciate ULM continuing to call end around right to stop that from happening. But, yeah, hopefully we don't lose the lead here altogether. We need the defense to step up. Let's see what we can do. ULM penalty, that's great. It's going to be 2nd and 18. We got a blitz on. He gets rid of it quick. Gets into Earl Smith again. Is that on us? That's probably on us. No. Offensive pass interference. Good. They finally called one on Earl Smith. I've been telling them he's pushing off all game. So we blitz again. They run the RPO. They choose to hand it off. This should be fine. Oh, yeah. Terrific. 3rd and forever. Can we get some pass rush? Come on, boys. Let's get a big sack here. Come on. It's a zone blitz. Tight end deep out. Ooh, no. No pressure, gets home. Does not complete the pass. Carrico, yeah, breaks up the pass. Carrico, our leading tackler of this game so far. Really busy from the nickelback position. 9 tackles. Pass defense there. Promising freshman. Okay, we get sacked on second and short, and it's like a 10-yard loss. So this is going to be third and about 10. Here's a 8-yard loss, 6-yard loss. Third and 9. Wide receiver streak. Can we go to McLean here? Or Deloach? Yes. Deloach comes through again. He's having a really nice game. Now, 52 of those yards were on kind of a meaningless play to end the first half where he gets dragged down. But that is, as I say over and over again, nice to see. One thing about doing this, especially when I watch my videos back, I realize how many times I say the exact same phrases. And sometimes it drives me a little crazy. It's like, can I really never think of anything else to say? But, we're doing the best we can. Edwards, how many times does Edwards run it? 7? Yeah, 7 carries for Edwards, 8 for Elliott so far, 13 for Levy. So Levy, strangely enough, the leading rusher. He's like a parasite. I cannot get him out of the lead back role. The coach must like him. I don't know. I have him second on most of the running depth chart. Touchdown! There we go. Touchdown Cajuns. Okay, so we make it a 2-game score or 2-score game early in the fourth. Nice play on tight end quick out. Enriquez sees the safety come up to cover the tight end. He goes correctly over the top to Donald McLean, the senior, for a touchdown. McLean's kind of an interesting player. He's one of those guys that he seems like he plays a little better than his ratings. I'm glad we've kind of tried to work him onto the field here through the second half of the year. See, that's a play that took so long to develop. We should have had some pressure on him by then, but a little slow. Anyway, Donald McLean. Glad he's having a good back half of his senior season here. Okay, so after a couple penalties on us, a horse collar on Sturgis, and then a couple more catches by Earl Smith, he's got 10 catches for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, he's definitely getting the better of Herman Paul in that matchup. But ULM has moved onto our side of the field. They insist on running this end-around right play, and it's just a bad play. So we stop them there. Oh, now they're going to try a QB run. And he runs to the left right into the waiting arms of Peter Younger. It seems like that happens a lot on that play. I'm not sure what the key is to unlocking the quarterback sweep run game. If it's agility, strength, it's got to be something besides top end speed. Because when I try to run it with Edwards, most of the time he does the same thing. He just points himself straight at the defensive end and then just runs steadily, slowly right into him. Is that a field goal? Yeah, it's a field goal attempt. It's good. Okay. That is okay, though. We still have a 2-possession lead. Midway through the fourth quarter, if we can get a nice long drive here, take some time off the clock, we could begin to salt this thing away and get a nice rivalry win over ULM. Let's see if we can do it. Bring it home, boys. We've done a lot of the good work. Oh, that'll help. Another big catch by Deloach. Of course, in Wishbone, he's the only receiver on the field. But, yeah, nice. Enriquez playing pretty well, I'd say. Reasonably well. When we have the run game going like this. Oh, that was a great play. Wow. We really get the counter blocked up well. We are catching them in 3-3-5 wide and 3-3-5 soft repeatedly with these counter runs. So that's been nice. Some good play calling there. 3rd and 3 here. 3rd and 2. It's going to be a pass. Not a play that I love. Oof. Threw it into traffic. Norman makes a nice play on the ball. Norman is working out exactly as I had hoped for a converted wide receiver. He's big. He's got good agility. He's got good hands. It looks like he's pretty good at making catches in traffic. So that's nice. Now we are solidly in field goal range. And we've taken a couple minutes off the clock already on this drive, which is great. Let's see if we can get a score here and put this baby on ice. Going to be 3rd and short. This is a big play. What are we going to go to? Two tight end pass. We go to the tight end. Went to the other one there. Is that Felder? Yeah, Felder. He dropped it. Well, short field goal. Did we convert? Come on, tell me we made it. Yes, we did. Okay. So back up to a 2-touchdown lead. I think we're under 5 minutes to go here now. What are we looking at time-wise? Let's see. Oh, please tackle him. Oh, no. Okay. 4:35. Just make them burn as much clock as possible here. Good return for ULM. Then they run the RPO on 3rd and 11. I think they have to go for it here. So it's going to be 4th and 10. It's a short post. We have a blitz on. Oh, wow. Earl Smith burns Herman Paul again. Yeah, Earl Smith kind of dominating on the left side there. Okay, so there. I mean, field goal won't help them. That's the good news. So we just got to keep everything in front of us here, boys. 2nd and 10. Parker breaks up that first down one. 0 sacks on the day, unfortunately. That's pretty rough. No pass rush anywhere in sight. Oh, as soon as I mention it. So 0 pass rush. All day to throw it. Gets it off to Roy Dick, who takes it in. It's a 1-score game. Will they kick it deep or try the onside? I'm not sure. It's a 7-point game. 2:56 to go. Let's see. What are they going to do here? They choose to kick it deep. So we can salt this one away with a couple first downs. Let's see if we get it done here. Obviously hoping we keep this ball on the ground, but let's see. Yeah, familiar start to the drive. We run the off tackle left. Blocked up quite well. Leach with a 9-yard run on first down, or 8. 2nd and 2. Going to run the option. Oh, that's always a little traumatic. Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, maybe the right decision to just eat that one. Looks like 20 Elliott would have had some room, but okay, then we run the pistol read option type thing. Yeah, doesn't really work out. So we're going to have to punt it back. And somehow we took, they used timeouts. I say we took almost no time off the clock. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, someone cover Earl Smith, please. Herman. Can we find some pass rush to put this game away? ULM continuing to insist on running the ball with their wide receivers. Thank goodness for that. Clock is running, I think. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention to those timeouts. I'm not sure how many they have left, but so short completion on 2nd down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 or 3 here. Come on, get some pass rush. Let's go. It's a quick screen. Oh, he's wide open again. That play has burned us a couple times. Oh boy. I swear the time is not coming off the clock. Like, what's going on here? Can we, clock operator? It's a home game. Can we please? Oh, we get a sack. We finally get a sack. Kevin Sturgis chooses the right moment. End of the game clutch situation. Not happy about the overall state of our pass rush, but he gets the sack. They then have to spike it. Okay, so it's going to be 3rd and 16. Can we get another sack? Nope. Quick slants. That's okay. So they catch it underneath. We make the tackle. Earl Smith with 12 catches. He's had a big day. This is it, baby. 4th and what? 4th and 11. Oh, they handed off on the RPO. Terrible coaching. Terrible by ULM. So that's going to do it. I think that's it. Unless they have timeouts left. But they're going to turn it over. Nope. Victory formation. It is over. Down goes ULM. The Ragin' Cajuns have won this rivalry battle, probably because of the inspiring pregame speech, which we were able to hear. In any case, we get the win. That is wonderful. So, let's take a look here. Of course, we watched most of this game, and I'll edit some of this down. But overall, a pretty good performance by us. Of course, especially their passing attack, and particularly to Earl Smith. He did have a heck of a game. 12 receptions on 17 targets. Of course, most of the time he was lined up against Herman Paul. Finishes with 2 passes defense and 7 tackles. Overall, definitely gets the worst end of that battle, I would say. Herman has had, considering we kneecapped him, because I felt guilty about signing a 5-star. He's allowed 51 catches on 88 targets, higher than ideal, although in his current state, he's not a great man-to-man cover. But 19 passes defense on 88 targets, not bad. 3 picks. He's had a relatively good freshman season. Earl Smith, I'm guessing, this guy's a pretty good player. 87 agility, 97 hands. He's not very fast, but 100 competitiveness, and he's 6'1". Obviously, he was pretty good in contested situations. So he gets, I'm guessing he got, the quarterback for ULM got player of the game. Of course, we only get the 1 sack. Enriquez sacked 3 times. I should say only 3 times. It seems like that's one of our better performances. Obviously, getting off to a good start was big in this one. Then we're able to hang on. So good win for the boys. We'll take a rivalry win any day. 24 first downs, pretty healthy number. 11 of 17 on 3rd down is real nice. That's really good. We hold ULM to 5 of 12 on 3rd downs. That's pretty good. We have about 90 more total yards. Not a great day passing for us efficiency-wise, but most importantly, Enriquez, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We'll take it. We'll take it. Not bad. The run game was very big for us today. 42 rushes for 208 yards. Penalties weren't too bad. ULM saw more laundry on the field than us, as it should be. It was a home game. And, of course, we dominate time of possession. Although the drives where they really got it going, they marched all the way down the field. But great win. Okay, so Carrico ends up leading us on the defensive end of things with 9 tackles, 1 TFL. He was all over the field. Herman Paul with 7 tackles just because his man was getting the ball every play. And let's see, the pass rush numbers were pretty bad. Sturgis gets the only sack. Let's see, Homer Davis has 1 hurry. Peter Younger had 2 hurries. Sturgis had a hurry and 2 knockdowns. Greer with a knockdown. So not great on the pass rush side of things. Cervantes gave up another sack. Hector Bear gives up another sack, and Antonio McNeil, so he's up to 7. Wow, that's pretty poor. Well, it is what it is, but Hector also misses 3 blocks. Yeah, the long term, of course, guys, we got to improve the offensive line, but we'll take the win all day. And I suppose that means now we go forward here. Okay, we got 2 more commits. Mark Nagy, a tackle. What's he doing here? He's strong, and he run blocks. And he has nice intangibles. Oh, and he has amazing potential. And a really nice social type. Okay, so we get another tackle. He's a little bit on the light side, but might be something to work with there. And then we get a kicker. So we get a kicker, Charles Logston. B plus, kick distance B, kick accuracy. Incredible potential. Okay, so yeah, maybe red shirt, maybe next year. Let Marshall start one more year. I can't remember if Marshall's a senior or not. We'll have to take a look. But so advance a week, we get a little bit more training here. Oh, AKH Armstead gains another 1 in agility. That's nice. Who else? Enriquez gains another point in arm. Nice. He's getting. This is a quite serviceable quarterback. Really happy with Greg. I think he's got a bright future. Who else? Anyone else of any note? Homer Davis gains another 1 in strength. He's strong for defensive end. That's nice. Lewis Johnson hands. William Elliott speed. That's great. Of course, that's really what he lacks, but every little bit helps. Up to averaging 4.8 yards a carry on the year. That's nice. And of course, a couple other guys there as well. Let's see, we've got a couple tight ends that are tired. So we need to, let's adjust some training schedules here. That's going to be Dutton and Sargent. Also, I know this is getting a little long. I want to get out of here. But I've found something out about cohesion. And it was there all along. I just misread something. But Brooks posted on the forum something about training, that players who train together and play together are 2 of the things that influence gaining cohesion. So since we're playing this playthrough with cohesion effects on high, I loved this idea of all these different training schedules. Since we're playing with cohesion on high, I'm thinking of doing something completely different. We'll wait till the end of the season to implement it, but I think, because I really want to try playing around cohesion, and I turn the effects on high. So I think we're headed towards like a 22 point, a 23 point, a 24 point, maybe a 25 point. I think we're going to really boil it down. And of course, that's going to mean that some guys, we'll have to decide, like, maybe we'll have 2 of each. I don't know. But we're going to have to reduce the number of training schedules, I think. Since it influences cohesion, I think we're going to have to get down to 1, maybe 2 schedules per number of points. I want to build as much cohesion as possible. So we'll figure that out at another time. For now, let's just find our tight ends that are, I think it was Sargent and Dutton. Yeah. So Dutton's dumb Dutton. So we'll put him on 22, intelligence, and then Sargent is on positional. What is Sargent meant to be even? He's a redshirt sophomore. So strength 72. I mean, he has terrible hands, so he's not a receiving tight end. He's not really a good blocker either, but I mean, that's what we're trying to work towards, I suppose. So it's just going to have to be 22 positional. Not really an ideal player there, but it is what it is. Okay. So we'll move those guys. We lost some more players here. So let's look at our recruiting. I think, I remember. Yeah, I already did the actions before the game. We're left with just a blocking tight end is what we need. So out of the tight ends that I had added, this guy has 8 offers on him now. He's not a good blocker. We're not going for that. We're wanting a blocking tight end. So what I did was I just sorted. Of course, this might not be the most accurate because this is on only like 2 weeks of these guys being on my radar. But I just look at these top 3 guys as far as their run blocking. And we're going to spend what little money we have left. Do some home visits, contacts, phone calls, all that. And maybe the last week we're just going to offer a scholarship to the best one of the bunch. There's a bug right now going around that is preventing red shirts. We have it in the SNCFL as well. So I'm assuming that may affect... Oh, no. We can redshirt him. Okay. Never mind. We might be okay. In the SNCFL, Darren just told us there's going to be no transfers next year. Maybe it's because it's our first year in 2026. I'm not sure why, but we'll have to deal with it. Anyway, I'm saying I'm not positive if there's going to be a transfer portal after the season. So I'm not wanting to go without picking up a tight end that could be a decent blocker, just in case there's no portal. And it might mean we don't get as good a blocking tight end as we could have, but it's going to be better than nothing. And I'd like to have the option to have, I don't know. I guess it depends how they turn out. But okay, so we're a little bit banged up, but we are looking pretty good. Let me just run through here real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Let's look at guys with low morale. Justice, I just don't think I can fix. I've tried encouraging, I've tried praising, I've tried criticizing. He doesn't like hearing any of it, so I'm just going to leave him alone. This guy hasn't played. McNeil. Let's try to talk up McNeil here. So he's a cooperative chameleon. He's a locker room leader. I think I'm going to criticize him. Let's see if this lights a fire under him. Okay, good. Motivated to do better after criticism of his performance. So that's good. So his morale went up. So that was an effective talking point. Let's see who else is in here that actually plays. That's kind of the key here. I don't want to waste. Everyone else really has pretty decent morale. So let's just praise Felder for his touchdown. He's inspired. And that's all our coaches talks. Okay. That's kind of how I usually choose to use those, is to encourage the downtrodden. But as you guys can see, we've got a lot of great morale on this team because we've really picked things up second half of the season here. So what does this mean for us? Let's take a look at the standings. Are there any Sunbelt games this week? Maybe we should sim those. Oh, there are. None of them are conference games, I don't think. So I guess we could just take a look, just see how everyone does. So Appalachian State loses. Nice they got a home game this late against Notre Dame, but Southern Mississippi loses. ULM loses. They lose again. South Alabama wins big against Washington State. I wonder if that will push them over us into the championship game. We'll have to wait a second here. Georgia State loses at Kentucky. And Georgia Southern gets smoked at BYU. No surprises there. We got some rivalry. Wait. No, just this one. Not a lot of other rivalry games on the docket. All right, let's just advance because I'm keen to see, do we make the conference championship game? And then we'll end this here. Let's see. We got to go look at the standings. And Sunbelt. Ooh, look at that. First place in the West. Your Louisiana Ragin Cajuns. So I suppose, guys, that means... Is it us? It's us! We're in! We did it! We are playing Marshall in the Sunbelt championship game. We have done it. Rocky start to the season. Then we had a little of an upswing. Rocky middle of the season. And then, look at this, closing out strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight victories to end our regular season. And we have earned a spot in the conference championship game. We will be taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd in the Sun Belt Championship game next episode. I don't want to waste any more time on this because I think we've done enough. So, go Cajuns, baby. We are definitely on the road to glory now. We're probably going to gain a couple prestige this season. We've done some good work. So let's try to end the season on a high note and see if we can win a conference championship. Next episode, we will take on Marshall. And then after that, we'll have a bowl game. And then it'll be time to put a bow on this season 1 and continue to look forward to a brighter tomorrow and a brighter future. So, thanks everyone as always for watching. Go Cajuns. This was a fun one. Glad we could watch a game. We'll be back next week with another episode. We will try to do something that's never been done in the history of this 2-year-old playthrough. And I can't wait to see you all there. So thanks for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful week. We'll see you next Friday right back here for the next video.